All right. Hey, Aquila, how are you this evening?
Hey, Michelle, how are you? I'm great.
Me too. All is well. I have no complaints. Um, with this evening, we're talking about communicating with your child's teacher. How to do that and why is it necessary? Well, I want to start by saying communicating with your child's teacher is a form of parental involvement. The reason is it creates a partnership that helps to support the child's education because you are sharing information, you are aligning the parents' goals to the teacher's goals and the child's goals, and you are providing a unified support system for that child. And we all know that parent involvement it is important. It is imperative and crucial because it leads to better academic achievement. It helps to improve social emotional skills. Parents know that their parent, I'm sorry, children know that their mother, their father is involved in their education and are concerned about their academic achievement, and that their parent and the teacher have like a partnership that will support them in their learning. And so, because of that, it helps to provide healthier behaviors for your child. They're least likely to misbehave. They're least likely to cause issues in the classroom because they know that their teacher and their parent has an open communication, and they both care and are concerned about that. So therefore, it helps to build their confidence and motivate them. Ultimately, the research says that communicating with teachers increases attendance. The child wants to go to school. An older child was least likely to ditch a class. We used to call it ditching the class. They're more likely to actually attend that class than they're least likely to pretend to be sick at home so they won't have to go to school. And so therefore graduation rates are increased, and it creates a stronger homeschool partnership and relationship. So communicating with parents is the beginning of parent involvement.
Yeah, and too, that's true, Michelle. And also when we think about parental involvement, we should understand that it takes many forms. It's not just one way to
Mhm.
skin a cat.
Yes.
It can include conference calling,
Mhm.
attending conferences even.
Mhm.
It could even be about how to use digital communication tools, and
Yeah.
then learning how to collaborate and work
Mhm.
with the teacher on learning strategies.
Yeah, and those digital tools could be text messages, email, or if the teacher has a specific app that they use. Overall, though, it helps to establish a support system for that child, a team. They know they have a team. So communicating with teachers, it builds a partnership between home and school. It
Mm-hmm.
ensures the child feels supported in both home and school environments. And this could just lead to higher grades. And the child is more likely to want to be in school. So when parents are involved, they understand that the challenges that teachers face is really great, and they can appreciate it's high. It's just, they
Mm-hmm.
teachers they face a lot of challenges, and when parents are communicating they understand those challenges, and teachers appreciate that effort, so it
Yeah.
allows them to be more focused on teaching because they know that they have the parent support. So involvement is important, that the child knows that the parent involved and the teacher has the support of the parent too. So it frees the teacher to worry about teaching.
And then too, it creates that bonding that we talk about that wraparound service. You're going to get that
Mm-hmm.
out of it as well,
Yeah.
because why? The parent is giving the teacher inroads as to what makes her child tick,
Yes.
where does his strengths and his weaknesses lie. And
Yeah.
so now, and having an understanding of that will go a long way with being able to manage your classroom,
Yeah.
being able to really pour information into that child, because
Yeah.
you understand that it's done through relationship building and having relationships with
Yes.
the child. So it's
Yep.
really really important, and it's an awesome thing when we as parents can work in tandem with the teachers for the good of
Mm-hmm.
our children.
Yep. Yep. So I'm glad you mentioned a relationship because parent involvement, communicating with the teacher, it fosters that. It fosters a mutual respect. And
Hmm.
parents should communicate on a regular basis because
Hmm.
this helps to solidify that mutual respect and appreciation. It's for the benefit of the teacher, the benefit of the parent, and most importantly, the benefit of the student, because that's the bottom line for the benefit of the student. So,
Yeah, yeah, and so that benefit of the student, of course, if the student fares well, surely so will we, you
hmm
know. And if
hmm
we fare well, surely our children should as well.
hmm
So having communication lines of communication is very important, and
Yep.
that they be in as many modalities as we can think of.
Yeah.
You
hmm
know, we may not all have access to internet, but
hmm
what else can we use besides that?
Yeah.
You know, and just coming up with creative ways, because what works from one household may not work in the other. So finding out what works best in this situation
Yes.
is most enlightening for everybody,
Yeah.
not only the mom, the parent, and the
hmm
teacher, the
hmm
child too as well. You know, because
Yep.
there with that comes a sense of security. You know,
Yep.
and it becomes a safe space for them
Yeah.
because they know that they got backup. You know,
Yeah.
and that they're protected from both
hmm
ends.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Even if parents could just, write notes when they do homework, when the children are doing homework, they could write notes on the back of the homework or attach a note
Mhm.
to the homework. There are many
Mhm.
ways to communicate. Hopefully,
Mhm.
teachers have a time of day after school or before school where they can receive a phone call from
Mhm.
you. And we don't have to always communicate about what's wrong. Sometimes we
Mhm.
can communicate about positive achievements and to
Mhm.
celebrate those achievements and to just review the student work that was sent home.
Yeah.
It's really important. It doesn't have to always be negative, for
Right.
sure.
And then, too, knowing how to look for ways to give them praise.
Yeah.
If the
Yeah.
window is short and it's only a 5-minute window, then in
Yep.
that 5 minutes, find something good so that you can praise this child
Yes.
and not leave your presence feeling empowered
Yes.
because you saw in him his own self-worth.
Yes.
So it's really important.
It is.
Um,
So if communicating with parents is a way for parents to be involved, it's a way of it's a means of parent involvement. Why is parent involvement so important?
um, why? For
Why is
one,
parent involvement so important?
because the teacher, number one, neither side can do it without the other,
Yeah,
really.
yeah.
And teachers, there has to be a cohesiveness with parent and teacher. I
Mm-hmm.
think that as parents, when they opened the floodgates and allowed us as Black parents to send our children to school, we lost our autonomy. because we turned the job over to the school system.
And I don't think that's
You
just for
know,
black parents, though. I think that's for all parents.
well,
Today, at this day and time, all parents have
but yeah,
lost their
but I'm
autonomy.
right, but I'm saying from the inception, because there
Yeah,
was a time, and then it's not for, there's always an what do you say, uh, a rule to be broken. I
yeah,
mean, to say it different. So
yeah.
nothing is 100%, but for the norm, I'm really speaking, to that. We remember when your child had to know how to tie their shoes, count to 100, know their address,
Yep.
know how to write their name. There were things that they had to know how to do. Kinesthetically, they had to know how to tie their shoes. Parent involvement is so important and so crucial in the development of our children. It creates a supportive environment,
Mm-hmm.
that for our children becomes a safe space, a safe haven
Mm-hmm.
for them, and a
Yeah, I
supportive
agree.
environment that um, grounded in a two-way sense of communication, that
Yes.
we hear each other. I hear
Yeah,
your voice, you hear my voice, and that we respecting each other enough to listen
I like how
and
you put that.
you know, um,
Hmm.
and talk about that.
Yeah, I
And
like
in
how
the
you
and
put
in the
that.
pro yeah,
It's
yeah,
like a bridge. If parent involvement is like a bridge. It's the child's bridge between home and school.
yes, yes. And it's a bridge, yeah, between your home and the school. And then Um, why so? Because the parent and the teacher are able to collaborate. They're
Yeah.
able to make a judgment call
Hmm.
on the week's progress, of their child.
And
Is
that
he
means so much to
improving?
children. That
It
means
does.
so much to children.
Yeah. And then truly it becomes a lifelong experience,
Yes.
because I'm sure all of us can remember one teacher that really impacted us
Yeah.
when we were young. That one teacher,
Absolutely.
you'll always
Hmm.
remember
Yeah.
name,
Hmm.
face, smell, everything.
Hmm.
And so that is what having communication lines open and yielding to each other's um, shared vision of making it a better world
Yeah.
for that child.
Yeah. So I just believe that when you start and are consistent with communicating with your child's teacher, it's the beginning, and it's very important to help improve student performance, because that's what school is all about. Student achievement, student performance,
Yeah.
making sure that that child is successful.
Yes. Yeah.
Go.
And we're living in a time where communication, with all of its readiness right there in our face, we are all very poor communicators,
We are.
you know. But here you have all this technology, you have all this to your favor. And
Yep.
so if we could take this and turn around its usage and how it's being used now, and turn it into a tool which could really benefit not only our children, but in our homes, in our schools, amongst each other, with ourselves, because there are so many useful um,
Ways of communicating these days.
ways of
It don't
communicating
have
with
to be
people.
just notes and phone calls and text messages.
Yeah,
Got so many ways. So
yeah,
okay, communicating with your child's teacher is important for student achievement.